Hey everybody, welcome back to a very special episode of Frenemies Play today.
Special.
Today, we basically had a developer of a video game, a real developer of a video game, contact us and ask us to do a review of his game. Now, just so everybody knows, this is not a paid endorsement. Basically, I guess the guy's been asking a couple like small-time YouTube people, offering the gift of many views, and I was like, yeah, well, we kind of doubt that, but you know, you got to start somewhere. We'll go ahead and review your game for you. Basically, the name of the game is called RedB. We're gonna go ahead and put it on the screen for you. All right. The game was made by Scope Softworks. I apologize if I'm slaughtering that.
You're probably butchering it.
Yeah, it's on the screen. Look at that. Yeah, Scopage, Softworks. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and get this review started. Gameplay. Yeah, gameplay. Basically, it's a what's the best way to describe it? So you got a color of a block on the screen.
It's a point and click.
Yeah, essentially.
It's essentially what it is. It's a point and click, but it's a surprisingly addicting point and click.
Especially since it has this high score aspect to it.
Not many games have that these days.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not many games have that.
Well, a lot more apps are having them nowadays.
That's because we're slowly moving back into the realm of arcade due to apps, but that's neither here or there.
The thing is, though, is like everybody that grew up with those kinds of games, they're making games now. So they're trying to make up games they grew up playing. So, you know, you can kind of get into that. But basically, it's a simplistic, you have to click all the red blocks, right? As you can see on the screen right now, just click a red block. Don't click the wrong block, or it will basically end there. Basically,
red
after
equals win,
red
not red equals lose.
Well,
you can't get any simplistic than that.
There are a few packs that you can buy that will add other colors to it, but we'll go more in depth with that in a little bit. But basically, you just hit the color you're supposed to. Don't hit the colors you're not supposed to. Some of the blocks have little timers in it. It'll go ahead and increase your timer. Some of them have coins in it. You can use coins to buy more color blocks. It's pretty simplistic.
More timers, essentially. There's two modes, and essentially they're just different ways that the timer works. And then you could buy more time, I guess, for lack of better words. You buy more time. Basically, you start with 10 seconds versus 15 or 20 seconds kind of thing. And that clock constantly remains down on you.
So it can either be as short as you want it to be or as long as you want it to be. But like I said, it's got a high score thing, so, you know, go ahead and try it out. Go against your friends. I beat Noel's high score.
Not
Twice.
A difficult task. And you can only beat my high score once. Technically, you beat my high score once, and then you beat your own high score. So don't talk about beating my score twice.
Audio. So the soundtrack for this game is very simplistic. Not just the soundtrack, but the overall sounds of the game. Basically, we got one consistent, very
melody.
nice. Yeah, it's
a nice melody.
It's not bad. It's got a little piano thing going to it, and I personally am a big fan of the piano.
It's honestly my favorite instrument.
Oh, yeah.
That could just be the Asian in me talking.
Yeah, I mean, it could be, but like, I mean, most of the okay, so like a lot of my favorite songs, like even like Final Fantasy VII songs or anything like that, when they did Advent Children and they played the fight song in piano version, I was like, oh, I downloaded it like right away.
Piano is the one instrument you can listen to in anything, and it sounds good by itself or alongside another instrument.
And it makes anything else, and it makes any song sound more sophisticated, like it has a touch of class, like putting a monocle on a whore.
Yeah, what makes this game just a touch of classier than normal games out there.
Outside of that, it's every time you touch a block, it does a little boop. I mean, simplistic. You can't really blame the guy for it. Honestly, I can tell you that my phone is always muted. Even when I'm playing a game, I'm never listening to sound.
Yeah, most people are playing in public these days, and you're not going to be sitting there. You don't want to be that guy who's sitting there playing all kinds of weird noises.
Oh, yeah.
When people play with Angry Birds on full blast.
Or most people that are playing it on their phones, they're listening to music while they're playing it anyway, so those sounds get muted out anyway. So, you know, not a big deal, but like I said, the sounds that are there are actually pretty good. Graphics. Graphics. They're there.
Again, simplistic.
Again, yeah. I mean, you got a bunch of squares. You click the ones that you need to click. Although there is a pretty good differentiation between the colors that you need to click and the colors that you don't. At least we've played. I didn't see any that. But then again, I'm kind of colorblind between blues and greens. That could kind of mess me up.
That's one thing I would have liked to see thrown into this in terms of some type of option. Like, honestly, I don't think it'll affect many colorblind people with a game like this.
Yeah.
Maybe not too much. I'm not really sure how bad it is to differentiate reds between other colors. But some type of colorblindness mode would have been nice, just as an option. But again, not many games even cater to that sort of thing.
Yeah,
it's just nice to see for a game that relies on color like this.
Yeah, you see it every once in a while, but you don't really see too many games that are all like, oh, colorblind? Well, here, we'll help you out. But like I said, it's just a slightly difficult to differentiate between blues and greens, but I just had to click the red ones. That's pretty easy to see. So, you know, good job. Very simplistic, and simplistic's good sometimes. Yeah, definitely honestly, works.
I liked the graphics in its simplicity, but some of the icons, like the coins, look clip artish. Maybe that's just me. Like they look like they're ripped out of shit of like Microsoft Word almost.
No. What is it that what's that one website that always has its like watermark and all the images that it makes, that like photo Shutterstock, that's the one. Like, oh man, I can't use this whole image. I just got to cut out some of the coins. No, like it works. It'll work on any device really.
Honestly, the simplicity of the graphics probably leads into its next thing, which is performance. I didn't know how I wanted to segue that. I honestly don't know. But well, no, the graphics lead into its performance. Like, the game runs solid. Like, I run it on a Note 4, and it doesn't lag. It's extremely quick and precise, going from screen wipe to screen wipe, clicking the red squares, all that. Just going through the menus, very, very snappy, very, very precise. And I think part of that is due into the simplicity of the graphics and the simplicity of the sound as well. There's not a lot of big files moving around and playing and loading in the background while you play the game. So performance-wise, again, we've only played it on the Note 4 that we have here, but I liked how snappy it was.
I'd imagine it's a pretty small game too. It doesn't look like there's a bunch of colored squares, a little bit of piano music, some boops. I imagine it wasn't too big of a file either.
Yeah, its file size consumption on your phone isn't anywhere near what some of the Angry Birds games are going to be, or some of the higher class games are going to be these days. So very, very small footprints.
Yeah. Now, just a note, it is for Android devices only right now. I don't know if he ever plans on making an Apple version. I know it's a little more difficult to get smaller games on the Apple Store because you got a whole bunch of like hoops and shit you got to run through. But other than that, if you got an Android device, play it. If you don't, there's a really good Google Chrome plugin that will allow you to play Android. As long as you download the file from the Google Play Store, you'll be able to install it on your Google Chrome and play it there. But, it won't work as well because it supports multi-touch. So, maybe keyboard and mouse will be a little bit of a handicap, but not
it'd be a huge handicap.
It would. But like I found myself using only one finger half the time anyway, and then I was like, I got another finger. Cost/enjoyment ratio. Yeah, we didn't know what to name this one. So basically, the game is free to play. You download it; it's free. As you play, you get coins. There's little coins inside the box. It'll be 1 coin or 3, depends on how many you get. We've only played the game for... How long you want to say?
I've probably put an hour or 2 in max right now. It's a simplistic game. You play it for 10 minutes. You've pretty much seen the whole game. Really, the only thing to keep you going, other than beating your high score or other people's high score continuously, is earning those coins to unlock different tile colors. They got different themes for like each season. You're gonna get winter themed, fall themed. They got a couple other themes in there, but essentially that's really all there is to strive for, is high score and coins for themes. Once you unlock all the themes, other than score, there's really nothing else to keep you going. And honestly, in a game like that, that's probably enough, but for a lot of people, it might not be.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel like there's a hidden paywall either. It's not like, oh, hey, sorry you don't have enough coins. Would you like to pay $1.99 instead? I mean, we didn't really run across any of those, but that doesn't mean that they might not be there. But
I doubt they'll patch in a paywall.
I don't know, you never know. Like, maybe like some people will request it, be like, man, I really want to get those colors. Like, we'll play the game. But they're not too bad. Like I said, we played for about 2 hours. We made about 1,000 coins. It's about half as much to buy another color pack. At least the 2001, there's a couple that are like 4,000, so it's not too terrible. You know, the better you are, obviously, the more you'll make. We've only had a limited number of time with it, but, you know, we've had some fun. Final thoughts.
I enjoyed it. As simplistic as the game is, for what it is, it was a good time sink for me. Because I found myself, if I was bored somewhere, I'd pull it up. It's a game I can play for literally 2 minutes and be completely content with, because that'll kill off 2 minutes that I'm waiting in line for something, or I'm trying to kill some time before doing something else, and then I can put it down and not be too heavily invested into something, but still have a finite amount of enjoyment out of playing it for that 2 minute time. And that's what I want in a phone game. That's what I want in a handheld game. I don't want to sit there for hours on end playing something.
And one of the things, because the game is so simplistic, the game runs in like an instant. Like, seriously, like, I know we have a clip of us opening it up, show it. Yeah, that was pretty quick, wasn't it? Like, seriously, you get in, we played for like, what, maybe like a total of 10 minutes for the actual recording of this. And you've seen it. Like, I think I played like maybe 5 minutes, and I think I went through the game like 15 times or something, you know? It's just that quick. It's as long or as short as you want it to be, you know? And I kind of like that, actually. Like, a lot of the games nowadays, like, if you want to, like, oh, I want to play, like, Temple Run or something, and you open that up, and it's all like, okay, loading. Okay.
You spend half that time you would have spent playing the game, sitting there for it to load, and I'm like, oh, wait, I've got grown-up things to do now, and you close it before it even loads.
Oh, hey, it loaded. All right, cool. Now let's play. Yeah, no, because, I mean, in the time that I was waiting, I probably would have already completed a couple game modes in this, to be honest. I mean, as you see on the screen right now, it's just boop, 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 done, boop, 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 done. Oh, I failed. Okay, well, let's go on to the next one. Let's see if I can beat that high score. Boop, 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 up, done, boop, 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 up. No, I hit a green one. Damn it. Okay, well, carry on. So, all in all, not bad for free, you know?
No, for a free game, I'll take it over a lot of other games out there.
If this is the guy's first attempt, hey man, not bad, you know? You made the game you wanted to make. Even if it's not the game you wanted to make, and even if you were just testing it out, it's fairly solid what you made. I can't blame you there. It's better than I could have done.
Dan, anything's better than you could have done. There's probably 15-year-olds doing better games than you did.
Well, obviously, they have drive and ambitions. I don't have that. I'm fucking 31 years old. Fuck that. I just gotta go to work.